Good morning, growling creature. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Yeah, good morning, David. Morning, Nicola. We're just here by a fishing lake, actually, in the South Downs, not far from Petersfield, because there have been a couple of recent sightings reported into paranormal and cryptid investigation groups about some kind of bipedal creature roaming around the South Downs. One by an angler called Mike Brown, who said he was at a fishing lake just like this one, where I'm just south of Petersfield here, when he felt he was being watched from the bushes, and then he found some fish scales in a kind of pile by the lake. He said that was weird. If it was a mink or an otter, they'd usually eat the fish there. If it's poachers, they'd bucket the fish and take them away. He then said as well, some friends of his felt like when they were fishing late at night at a place like this, heard a sort of two-legged creature rushing through the woodland behind them, and again feeling like they were being watched. Couldn't see any torchlight or anything like that, and they actually reported this to an investigations group run by a woman called Deborah Hatswell, who's been investigating paranormal and cryptid sightings in the UK and around the world since 1982. I got in touch with her this weekend and I asked her, what does she make of these recent potential Bigfoot sightings here in the South Downs? Here's what she told me.
We look in the area where it's happened, there are other British Bigfoot reports. So we may be dealing with the same creature, in my opinion. And I think that the shadowing, the running footsteps, the stealing of the fish from the bank, we could say that an upright creature that was hungry saw an easy meal and decided to scare those fishermen on, because maybe that's where it ate every night.
So, you know, this isn't just the only Bigfoot sighting or potential Bigfoot sighting we've had in this area of the South Downs. Deborah's actually got an interactive map which she reports all the sightings, she logs them as long as she can't debunk them. I mean, there's been a place near here in Frensham in the 70s on the border with Surrey and Hampshire where someone reported an ape-man, and then again near Worthing in the 90s. It's not very common, but apparently spring is the right time for sightings like this. If you want to check out Deborah's page, it's Deborah Hatswell, BVR Investigations. I do have to say there's no scientific proof of an ape-man running around the South Downs, but I'm going to spend my morning looking for one at least. And also, we've seen over the weekend people who run England's national parks, 10 of them, are worried about cuts to funding, which means that they'll have difficulty upkeeping and maintaining public paths. And look, these places are places of escape, places of imagination and investigation for humans and animals to enjoy. So we've got to make sure we preserve these places for everyone, guys.
Hear, hear. Well, thank you so much, Nick Ellerby. Stay safe. What's that behind you? Well, still to come, Jake Robson is here.